All right, welcome back. Time now is 6:18. Now, for many, it's a time to turn things around for a brighter new year, especially when it comes to your wallet. Joining me now is Luke Boers from Northwestern Mutual to talk about bouncing back from the holidays to set yourself up for a strong 2020. Good morning.
Good morning.
Now, the holidays can always be a very expensive time. You know, you have people taking trips, holiday, Christmas shopping, and then even just having people over for those big dinners can be pricey. Any tips for people who are recovering from that?
Yeah, exactly. Those are great points. And during the holiday seasons, it's not uncommon to kind of bust your budget with all the traveling you're doing, the money for food, all the gifts for the kiddos. So don't be too hard on yourself. It is common, but let's take a step back and come up with a game plan of, okay, how can we get back on track over these next couple months? So I thought it'd be helpful to go over a couple different tips and strategies to do so. So first thing, let's look back on 2019 and just really look at what were those goals for the year. Why were they so important to us? What worked? What didn't work? And really just take a step back and evaluate how can I be better about it going forward this year. So with it as being the new year, everyone's making resolutions for different things. Perfect time to do it for our financial goals as well too. So I'd encourage people to be extremely specific and realistic with those goals. So if it's saving money to start your own business, maybe saving money for a down payment on a house, paying off some bad debt that we still have, be realistic and specific with those goals. Along the way too, we want to make sure we're setting aside some money into a savings account. It's not exciting to talk about, but maybe that's what we're using for next year's holiday spending just to get ahead of it. So we don't, get a financial setback if something like that happens.
Sorry, and with that, is there like maybe a good percentage or something of either your salary or your paycheck to be putting in that savings account?
We typically look for 3 to 6 months of our bills in there.
Okay.
So if something sets us back, we're able to cope for it for a couple months to get back on track.
Okay.
So once we do have that, money set aside into the budget, we might need to reprioritize some things. So we might need to cut back on certain spending areas to make sure we can hit those goals too. If people have, for whatever reason, issues accomplishing those goals and holding themselves accountable, add some fun to it. Maybe if you have a monthly saving or spending goal and you accomplish that, give yourself a small reward at the end of the month. Or if you are more motivated by a negative, if you don't hit those goals, give yourself a small punishment. Make it light, have fun with it. Maybe tell your friends and family about those goals so they can help hold yourself accountable throughout the year too.
Okay.
And then lastly, just try and enjoy the year if you can. I think we're more likely to hit our goals if we have some fun things we can do with the family. Maybe it's going to a new restaurant with your spouse each month, doing new experiences with the kids. I think those are just as important as our financial goals throughout the year too. So, hopefully those are helpful to some people. I'd love to have more in-depth conversation with anyone if they're interested. I'd encourage them to check out my website. It's Lucas, LUCAS.Borst, BORST @nm.com.
Awesome. Luke, thanks so much for joining us again. Very important time of the year to start setting those goals. So thank you for coming in.
Thank you for having me.
All right, well, stay with us. We'll be right back after the break.